Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is what we're going to make today. There's some little corner tucks and corner belly bands. Now, the first person that I saw do these was Hanny Trump, Tromp. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And this was, let's see, this video was...
It's a cute...
Hang on, sorry about that. It was over a year ago, so... That's the first one that I have seen do that, and like I said, it was over a year ago. But I know other people have done them since her video. So I don't know if she's the one that came up with them or not, but I will link her channel down below. But I know that some of you will say, well, I saw Gail, and I saw this one, that one, the other one do them. A lot of people have done these, so this is not my original project, but I wanted to do some of them for my journals because I think they're so pretty. Now this is the belly band, and the way it goes is, let's pretend this is a journal page. It would slide down on there just like that. Now you could, if you wanted to, slide it on and then clip it, or if you wanted to put a little glue right here and right here, you could, or you could just leave it because it's going to stay on there. And then you could tuck a little tag or something up under there, or another little page or whatever. Sorry about that. I wasn't holding it. So you could tuck something up under there like that. Now this one, I just put some lace on the bottom, and then I just decorated it a little bit on this side, and then on this side I just put some little flat flowers on there, and then a little tag. And that's all that I did to that one. It inked around it a little bit. So that one's ready to go. Now this actually is the top of this one. It's that part right there. So I just cut that off to make my little belly band, or corner belly band, and then that makes your little corner tuck right there. So see, it slides down and it closes on the edge of this so that you don't have any difference in the edge of this and the edge of your paper. It closes down real well on there, as you can see. Alright, so that is what I have done, and I'm going to show you how to do these. Plus we're going to make a few and make some out of some different types of paper. So the first thing, now these were made out of a 6x6 piece, but I think I want to make one out of an 8x8 piece. So I'm going to look through here. This is mostly just an embellishment pad, but I think I can make one out of that sheet. That would be really pretty. Alright, so the first thing that you need to do, of course you have to have a square to get started. And I've got this laying down here because I can glue on this without getting glue all over everywhere. So, first thing you want to do is just find your center. Now you can mark your center with your pencil, or you can just do like that and put a little pinch right there, and there's your center right there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. That's easier for me. And then you're going to fold this piece down and this piece down, and for some reason I always feel like I got to turn that around, because to me I just don't get it folded right unless I do. See, this one's a little bit off. So I think I have to look at that little edge up here. There we go. That's better. Much better. Now you just want to burnish those really well, because you want all of this to lay down nice and flat. And then what you want to do, and I'm going to move this before I start gluing. What you want to do is fold this over right at the end, right here. Just fold it over and bring it up to that point. And if it sticks over a little bit there, that's fine. It's no problem. Some of your papers will and some of them won't. Mine actually comes right to the end of it, but the one that I did a little while ago stuck over just a tiny bit, but that is not a problem. Now make sure that you burnish this really well. Okay, like that. Then you want to put some glue here and here. Don't glue these together. Just put glue here and glue it down like that. So run a little bit of glue down through there. Just don't put too much so that it seeps out into that middle. You don't want to glue your pocket shut. Now, I have seen these done different ways, so I'm sure there's other ways out there that you can do them, but I thought this one, for me, was the best because I like the pockets that fit flush, or the little side tucks that fit flush, not the ones that stick up a little bit. Now, you've got that glued down, so what you want to do now is trim these little pieces off, and I save these. These are real good for punches. You can punch out some little tabs and things with them. Just don't cut that open. Just cut close, but not close enough that you're going to cut that open. Here we go. And you know me, I always have to look because sometimes I cut a little bit too close. And now you're going to cut right down through here and just open that up a little sliver. Now you can do this with your trimmer if you want. I am just going to freehand it and do it with my scissors. That, just a little sliver, just enough to open it up. And what do you have? That looks just like what we used to make sailor hats. The way that we used to make sailor hats when we was in school. Do you guys remember making those? Or the little drinking cups. It looks just like it. I can remember making those a dozen times when I was in school. But that's what you have. Now this is quite a large one. So remember, your 8x8 is going to make a larger one. So this would be for your larger journals, not your small ones. Where's my ruler? There it is. Okay, now I am going to measure to cut this top off. If I don't, I'll get it a little bit off. I know me. So all I'm going to do is just line this up on my grid paper, or my grid mat. And then I am going to use that little line right there. And I'm just going to put a little thin pencil line across there. And that's where I'm going to cut it, right there. But you can just eyeball it, or you can put it back in your trimmer, whatever is easiest for you. Okay, so there's our little corner tuck right there. And then here is our belly band tuck. Now, like I said, this is going to go on a big piece of paper. So I'm going to pull this pad over. By the way, we do have more of these pads in stock. And somebody asked me that says single-sided on the front, and it does say single-sided, but all of these have the color on the back. They all do. They have that smoke color on the back, every one of them. I've looked through all the pads that we have here, and we have over 30 in stock, and they all have the smoke on the back. So they're not really single-sided. I don't know. I mean, that's the back is not patterned, but it is colored. So, but anyway, I wanted to let you know that because I had a couple of people that asked. So let's just pretend this is your page. Excuse me, that's your page corner right there. See how that just sits down so flush up against that? Just like that. So there's no gap here and there's no gap here, and it doesn't stick up more than this does. It sits really flush, so I like that part. Alright, while I'm showing you that, I want to go ahead and show you the vellum, because I did have quite a few that asked about the Vellum Pack. This is the Vellum Pack that goes with that collection, Vintage Diary. And look at this vellum. Oh my goodness. I was in heaven when I opened this pack. This is a nice thick vellum, but it's very, very pretty. Very pretty. You can make pockets out of this without worrying about it tearing or breaking or anything like that. I love it. I had to grab me one right away. Look at that. So the papers that you find in the other paper pad are in here as well, but they're in vellum. And it is a see-through vellum. You can see my hand through there. So we have quite a few of these in stock right now, but I think this is the last time that this collection will be available, if I heard them right. I don't know that it will be brought back in again. So, wanted to show you that. We may make a pocket out of that in a minute, who knows? Or a corner tuck. Alright, so So let's start on this one. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. And you can ink it with whatever color you want. I'm just using Vintage Photo. And it seems that Vintage Photo is out of stock in lots of places. I haven't been able to get my hands on more of the ink pads, so. Alright, now we need to, I want to embellish it a little bit, but I don't want to embellish it a lot because this is pretty. This is really pretty. So let's see what we can find. Those little flowers might be pretty on there. That kind of blends in, so we won't put that there. And the good part about this is you can put anything you want on this. Embellish it the way that you want to. Okay, what if we just put a little flower there? We'll just do that. Put that little cluster. And I'd like to have a little branch, just a little piece of greenery there. Okay, I know this is probably like a pine needle branch, but I'm going to put it in there anyway, like that. That kind of brings a little bit more in depth of color to that little cluster. And then over here, I may just put a label or something over there. Let's see what we have. What about that one? Maybe. Or we could put this. Oh, I'm thinking I like that one better. Okay, I think I'll run a little piece of this vintage letter across there. Put a little ink on it. And wherever this is folded, I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on it. Just to make it look a little older. There we go. So let's run that right across there maybe. And then this one, I think, I'm just going to put some ink around it. I thought about trimming it, but I think just some ink around it will be fine. Okay, let's put this down. And you could use a piece of book page. These are just some vintage letters that I got from AliExpress, I believe. And I just think they're pretty. I love the feel of the paper. The paper feels really good. I've got more of those ordered. Hopefully they'll get here soon. You know, it does take forever and a day to get some things from there. But I'm hoping they're going to be here pretty soon. They're supposed to be here this week, but I'm not gonna say that because who knows if they will be or not. Now, these are flat, so they're not going to put any extra bulk in your journal, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you didn't want to put flowers on it, that's up to you. I'm just going to put a few on there. Oops, not way over there though. Let's pull that off of there, and then we'll just tuck this guy in. Like I said, I know this is not exactly the right branch for this, but we're just going to go with it. There we go. Okay, so that is that one so far. Isn't that cute? Now, if you have a little piece that sticks out like this and you don't want that to stick out, you can trim it off. But I'm going to leave mine just like it is. Now, I may just wait and write something there when I put this in my journal. On the back, not sure. Let's see. I think I'll run a little piece of this trim across the bottom of this. Like that. Oh yeah, I like that. And any paper will work for this. You can even do these out of book pages. This is not something that you have to do out of a real thick paper. I've got my little tool here somewhere, but I've got it buried because my fingers are sticking to everything. So let's use the tool. Now, like I said yesterday, we do have more of these. You get that one, and somebody asked, is the reason I'm telling you. You get these two in your pack. So, and both of them are great for putting down glue, or you can paint with these, and it just wipes right off. You don't have to worry about it sticking. Like that. It works as good as my little pink tool that Melina stole from me. She said, Mother, don't tell people I stole that. She didn't steal it. I let her borrow it. And then she just never brought it home. Okay, look at that. Isn't that cute? Now, you could run something else right down through there. A little piece of... You could run a little piece, some little beads down through there, something like that. I don't think I'm going to run any beads because I don't want it to be... I don't want it to make it thicker. But, so what will we put on there? I'm just digging through my little stash over here of different things that I have. I want to tone it down and make it look a little bit more vintage because the journal that I'm putting it in needs a little bit more vintage look, so that's why I'm just kind of grabbing some vintage pieces here. I'm going to look through this little... Oh, I like that. These are little vellum books that I got from AliExpress, and I've got more of these ordered too, so hopefully we'll be able to get those in soon. Okay, let's ink around this. I kind of want to tear it, but then I kind of don't. Usually when I tear it, I get it a little bit too close. Excuse me. So I'm just going to rough it up a little bit. Ooh, excuse me, I had to get a drink. Got a tickle in my throat. Okay, so we will put that down there. Or maybe on this side, because we've got the flowers here. So let's put it down over there. I'm using my Barely Arts glue because it doesn't show through the vellum. So put it on there and then press it down really firm. You shouldn't have a problem with your glue showing through. Excuse me, I still got that tickling going on. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is grab one of our stamped pieces out of here. These are the pieces that I stamped with the Tim Holtz stamp. And I've got a whole passel of them here. Some of them I stamped on material. If that is stamped on material, we may use that. And then some of them on just my scrap paper. I even stamped some on some doilies. So whatever kind of scrap I have, I just stamp on it. I grab my stamp and I start stamping. I kind of like that with it. So let's see. I'm just going to look through real quick. And I've stamped on vellum. So you can see this is full of little stamp pieces where I have stamped on all of this. Okay, I think that's going to be enough on this side. That's nice and inked up. So we're just going to go ahead and put that down. Put it just like that. I know when I was moving that down, I was thinking, when I'm watching somebody's videos and they don't put something down straight, I'm always going, oh, move it down, move it down, move it down, straighten it up. But then when I do this, I realize we're not right up over it. We're holding it out in front of us, basically. So it's harder to see that we're not getting it straight. Like that one, I don't think it's very straight, but it's gonna work. But it's kind of funny when I think about it. It's kind of funny there. I think I need one more piece of something on here because I've only got 2 and I need 3. Okay, I think I might just put that little baby right there, the little tiny baby flower, and put him right down there. And there we go. We've got that one. Now let me grab. I'd like to show you how these kind of fit. So again, let's grab this paper pad and we'll put that down on there. And you see, it goes down nice and flush. Just like that. Isn't that cute? I love them. Okay. And it's nice and tight too. Ooh, I think I just pulled something off. What was that? Okay, my little bead come off of that side, so let's put that little bead back on there. I knew I had something stuck on my hand. I couldn't tell what it was. These little flowers are old, so I'm surprised that they're still as together as they are. I've had them forever in my box. When I start to put it in my journal, I'll put something there. I'm not going to put anything there right now. So that's another. And then on this little one, okay, let's go ahead and ink him up. All right. Then, what are we going to put on him? Let's see. It's going to have to be something nice and small, isn't it? Okay, let's look through these little labels and see what we get. These I also got from AliExpress. Got some of the same colors in there, so it might work. Oh, I think I'd rather have that, like that. And it doesn't have to have anything else under it. But I think I'm going to go ahead, since I tore this out anyway, and I've got a blue million of them in there, I think I'm going to go ahead and just ink this up and put it under that. Then I can just cut off the excess there. Alright, there we go. Just going to snip these edges. And then we'll put a little bit of ink around this and put that down. I'm going to have to turn it up so I can see if I'm getting it halfway straight. Okay. Then what I did on the little one, just to make it a little bit more interesting, let me grab my hole punch. I took the small hole punch, not the larger one, but the smaller one, and I just punched a little hole in the edge of that. And then I just took one of my little bulb clips, and we'll use, what will we use? Let's just use a white one. Took a little bulb clip, and then I just took a little charm. And some of these are charms that you guys have sent me, and some are from my stash. Just different little charms that I've got over here. And then I just put that through there. A little bulb clip through there. And there you go, with a little charm on there. And I could have used a silver one. That would have looked cute with that little charm on there. And then you can put something on the other side, or you don't have to. It just depends on what you want. I might just put that on that side. And what I'm going to do is spray this a little bit more. Then just put that down just like that. So there is that one on that side, and then it's on that side. And that will just go on the edge. Let me find a piece of paper. Why do I not have paper here? That will just go on the edge like that. And then there's your little charm hanging down there. Isn't that cute? And it works great. They're real flush. And then you can tuck something up under there. Let's just say you have a tag, and you can tuck a tag up under there. That. Cute. I like them. So let's make one out of this. This is a single-sided paper. And let's see. I'm trying to figure out which way I need to fold it. Okay, let's try folding it this way. I'm not sure which way I need to fold it to get my flowers the right way up, but it really doesn't matter, I don't think. So I just found my center, and then I'm just going to fold that down. And I don't crease it really good until I get this other side folded down. Okay, so we'll fold that there. I just like to not crease it tight until I make sure that I get both of these even. And then go ahead and do your creasing. Crease it tight. I don't know. Crease it firm. Oh, am I talking today or what? And then we'll fold that over like that. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Well, I should have started on the other end because that's actually going to be upside down. So let's just try that. It doesn't matter that I've already folded that one. I want to make sure that I do it for you guys so that you won't mess up your paper. So we're going to start on the end that's the right way up. This is the top. And we're going to fold it and see if that's not going to make our little pieces of flour the right way up. Okay, let's look at it before we... Yep, it sure is. So always start with your folding on the top side of your paper, not the bottom like I did. And then you should have everything nice and straight. So there we go. Give that a good firm press. And I have a lot of people who say, I don't know how, I can't keep up with what glue you use. I basically use whatever glue I have open, except when I'm doing vellum, and then I always try to grab my Barely Arts, because I know that it will not make my vellum warp or, you know, get wrinkly or anything like that. So, but it will also glue this just as good as art glitter glue will. Okay, let's go ahead and trim this off. Little piece right there. Okay. Definitely I'll save those pieces. Those are cute. Alright. Now, I'm thinking this is going to be the bottom part right here. The bottom part. So, I'm wondering, let's just try this and see if it works. I've got one of my punches here. And I don't know if it's going to punch through all of this. I may have to open it up first. We'll see. Yep, it does. But that's the first time I tried that, so we'll let it go this time. I did let my punch slip, so I actually cut that little piece open. But I just wanted to show you that you could also open it with your punches. Isn't that cute, though? It would be cute if I hadn't messed it up, but it's going to be cute anyway. And I'll just put a little piece of lace or something right there where I messed it up. It's not a biggie. Not going to worry about it, are we? Let's see. Oh, that's still connected. I don't think I'll cut that one off. That's still connected too. Okay, let's get rid of that. I hadn't used that punch in forever. Right. I'm going to go ahead and ink it. And then I will start decorating a little bit. I'll definitely decorate this end where I missed that little punch there, but not going to decorate it a lot because this paper is beautiful. Okay, so on this side, see, we've already got flowers and a butterfly. I don't know, there's not too much more that you can do to this to make it look any prettier. I'm just going to tear around this little piece of vellum, and we will put this down on there. This is that little stamp that I did out of the excuse me, out of the Tim Holtz collection. So I may put that down right there. Oh yeah, I like that there. And then let's see. You know, I like this little flower, and I don't mind that EST established 1895, but I don't like the rest of this on there because it actually says something about a hot dog. What in the world? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that off. Just going to trim around all that. I don't mind that quality on there, but I don't know why it says hot dog on it. I don't really want to put anything that says hot dog on my project. So don't be afraid to cut your little stickers and things up. If there's something on them that you don't want, just cut. Now I'm just going to go ahead, since I'm cutting anyway, and I'm just going to trim around this. Not that that's going to show, but just take that white off of there. Okay. Now, I'll keep that little piece because I will cut that quality out and I'll use that somewhere else. And I think I'm going to put that right up there, like that. And that goes perfectly with those other flowers there. I like that part. And then this little piece can go here, and I don't think we're going to need a lot more. And I know someone will ask, so this paper actually is another piece of paper that I got from AliExpress. And I know you're probably saying, well, you're getting everything from AliExpress, and it's hard for us to buy it from there. Well, we're trying to buy a lot of different items from AliExpress so that you guys will be able to get your hands on it. We have orders in right now for probably, we have 5 different shipments, I think, coming from there. So just hang in there. We'll get there. All right. I want something here, but I kind of want it gathered a little bit, I think. But I'm not sure I want that. Let me grab a little piece of, let me grab another ribbon. Okay, I'm thinking about just a little piece of this cheesecloth and just gather it up, and then we could put something on top of it. Let's try that. You know what? If it doesn't look right, we'll yank it right back off and we will put something else on there. But I think once we get it kind of gathered up, it's going to look okay. And I'm going to grab my tool. And I like this one with the point to do my little gathering with. And if I can keep my fingers out of it, you know, I try to help the tool along. Stick my fingers in there. Okay. Let's see, let's put a little bit more right up here. And press that down. Give it a little haircut. So there we go. Now we need some little something right on top of that. What shall we put? What do you suggest? Maybe a little key? Oh, I like that there. But I want to take out this ring. Then we'll just put that little key down. And this one, you see, we didn't cut the top out of, so you don't have to cut the top out of all of them. Oh, I don't have my pliers right here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this open or not. Okay, let's put this little key right down in the middle of that. Now, to hold a piece of metal or material, I always use Fabri-Tac. Because it will grab that and it will hold that metal on there nice and tight. Okay. Let's see. That's all I want on that side. This side, I want a little bit of something. So we could put that there and just let it kind of go off the side. Now I'm leaning more toward the vellum. I'm just going to kind of let it go off the side like that. But I do want to tear it. It doesn't look right with it squared up. So we're going to go ahead and tear it. Oh yeah, that looks much better. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that around. I don't think it makes much difference. You can barely see it on that side anyway. So, press that down. That blends in real well. And now just some little something on here. What about just a little label that says sunshine? Now that label is way too white for that, so I don't think that would work. Let me look. See if I have one that's darker that might work. What about just a little round one right there? Let's see. Here, a little piece of this, and I think I'll put that down first right there, and then I'll put this label over to the side, maybe that. Then I do need a little piece of lace or trim or something right there, so I'm going to grab a little piece of this. This has just a little hint of green to it. So let's just glue that right there, and that'll cover up my little boo-boo. Alright. See, I'm just grabbing what's open. Most all of them are going to work anyway. I'm going to do this. Cut this at a little bit of an angle so it doesn't look so planned. And then this one the same way. Yeah, I like that better. So there is that one. Okay, so here is this one. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. It's that one on that side. And then we'll flip it over. And there is that side. See, I'm learning a little bit more about the focusing on here. Now, I do have to take the autofocus on and off because I don't know why right yet, because probably I don't know what I'm doing yet, but at least I can focus it for you guys up close and you can see what's going on. All right, do we want to make another? We will grab one of Susan's beautiful digitals and we'll use this. Let's see. Let me get down to the paper. It's also pretty. I don't want to cut it up. That's my problem. Let me look. Just going to flip through. Okay, I think I'm torn. I want to use this one and I want to use this one. I think I might use this one. I don't believe I'll be able to get the bird on there, but we'll see what we can do. Now, I do need to cut this down to 6. So let me grab my trimmer, because this is going to definitely go in the journal that I'm making right now, and I need 6 inches to do it. You know, I can't measure 6 inches on that trimmer, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to measure 6 inches right here, and that's going to come right to there. But single-sided paper is really good for this because you don't have to worry about trying to have 2 sides to the paper to use it. So, I got to cut it 6 the other way too. Let's see. 6 would be 6 is going to be right there at the top of the bird, or I can go this way. Let's just go this way and we'll cut it right there. Susan, I don't want to cut any of this up. This is from Hello Susan, and she is on Etsy. That's the name of her shop, Hello Susan. She makes some beautiful digitals. Need to go check her out. Okay, now what did we say a while ago? We have to start at the top of the paper. Excuse me. And this may not work in order to get my bird on there, but if it doesn't, we'll cut the bird out of the other piece and use him anyway. 6. Okay, then if we fold it over, oh yeah, he's going to be on that side the right way up. Very good. All right, fold it right up against that. And you can see I have a little point sticking over right here, but that doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. All right, we shall glue. Now there is another way that you can make these. And, ooh, I forgot her name. Anyway, her link will be below. She tells you and she shows you how to make them the other way. Not exactly like I'm doing here. You can do them a different way. She shows you both ways to make them. So I don't know if I'll have time to make them the other way, but if I don't, she's going to show you in her video. And you may have already seen that. So there are different ways to make them other than folding them like this. Now this is not printed on regular copy paper. This is a little bit thicker, so that does help. It's a little bit thicker. Look, cute. I know part of him got cut off, but that's okay. He'll be all right. We still got our little bird on there. We've still got our flowers over here. It's good. You can also cut this by using your pinking shears if you want to do that. Let's see. I don't think I have another. Well, I have Mickey Mouse ears, but I don't think we want to do that. Let's just use our pinking shears on this one and see what happens. I may not get it exactly straight, but we'll try. Oops. There we go. It's close enough. See? We've got the little cut on the bottom. It's like a little postage stamp. So we'll ink around that and then ink those little pieces up so that they stand out a little bit more. And you could also put, you know, different charms hanging from this. This one you could cut the top out of. I'm not going to because my little bird will get taken off. Now my bird is upside down, but that doesn't bother me. I'm not going to worry about that. It's just he's flying down into the flowers. That's what's happening. You know, no, but who says that birds can't fly upside down, right? Right. Okay, so, and I don't think I'm going to do a lot to this one at all. I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm not thinking that there's going to be a lot going on. You know, I might put that on there and then just glue it on either end and it'll still have another little place to put some things. Let's do that. And this is just a piece of ephemera. I think I got it out of the Tim Holtz ephemera pack. Now I do need to cut it. Let's see. This will be a belly band on a corner. Let's see, a belly band on a corner tuck. So I'm bringing it on down some more. I don't want to cut off all my words. There we go. Now we'll trim it like that. And like that. Okay. And I'm just going to run a little glue under there. Press that down. Cute. I like that. I like that. Okay. Let's put a little ink on the end of that. And then let's just say, I don't have a tag right here in front of me, but let's say this is a tag that we wanted to use. You could tuck that right in there. And then this would go down on the corner of your page. Let me find a page. So this would sit on the corner of your page. Like that. And then you could have a little tuck where that would tuck in like that. Isn't that cute? Love that. And then on the back side, your bird's flying upside down, but that's okay because we may just put another little bird on there. No, they won't cover him up. But I think I am going to put this label on there. This is also from Susan. Hello, Susan. And I can't remember what collection this is. Susan, if you'll leave that below, just let them know what collection this is. I would appreciate it. You know that I can't remember all of them. But I will put her link to her Etsy store down below so you can go over and check her out. I may cover up the little bird like that just because he does look a little bit pitiful, doesn't he? Upside down like that. He looks like all the blood's going to run to his head. And let's see. We want to put something else on there too, though, just besides that. So what shall we put? What about this other little piece of this? Well, most of that has got just let's see. As my little grandbaby says, "Wet me wook." She used to say, "Wet me wook." Wet me wook. We could do that. I like that, okay. And then I'll just trim that little piece off. But I need something right here. And that might just be a... What would that be? That might just be a piece of this. Use up those little scraps and those little tiny pieces. Just grab them and ink them up and use them. Rough them up. If you like vintage, rough them up and let them look vintage. And then just put them down. Believe me, it looks good once it gets put down on the page. You may be looking at it and thinking, oh, I don't know about that. But once you put it down and once everything is blended together, it's going to look fine. Now I'm going to actually, no, I'm not going to cut it before I put it down. I'm going to put it down. I straight say I'm going to cut it first, but that usually doesn't work out too well for me because I cut crooked. Now I know I will be getting too much glue everywhere, but we're going to put that right there. And yes, I'm going to have some people out there that's going to say, I can't believe that you covered that bird up. Well, he just looked sick. I'm afraid if he hung there too long, he would be sick. So we've got plenty other birds going on everywhere. So that one is just going to have to be sacrificed. Okay, we'll go ahead and trim this off. This is such a pretty collection. Girl, I love it. Look at that. I'm going to put that right there. I'm not going to waste it. Just going to put it right there. Right on the edge. And yeah, I could have put it over here, but I'm going to put it right there. I'm not trying to match both of the sides, so that works fine with me right there. And then I think I want a little piece of vellum over here somewhere. So let's see what we have in here that we could just drop in there. That one with that greenery on it looks pretty. Why don't we just tuck that little piece under? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to tear across the top just a little bit. I hate to tear any of this because that means I lose part of them. But to me, it just looks better when it's torn and then when you ink it. So, just have to do the sacrifice, don't we? There we go. All right, let's grab our what? Barely Arts glue. Now, since this is vellum, we're going to be able to see these flowers and things through there, so not going to worry about that part, that we're covering everything up, because we're not. See? It actually shows through. And then this little piece I'm going to trim off because it won't look right folded around. So we'll just trim that off. I need to go with these scissors. There we go. And then ink again. And I like that. It's real subtle, but yet you've got a little bit of something on there. And then again, like I said, you can tuck something like that in. You want to. All right, over here I think I'm just going to leave that like that, and that's going to be it. I can write in there whatever page I'm working on at the time. If I want to, you know, write something in there, I can. But I like these. Now on these large ones you can also put a charm dangling if you want to. You know, you can just, on the larger ones, you can put a hole just on one side. You know, on these, it's kind of hard to get the crocodile up in there. But you can put a hole just on one side and just put a little dangle on there if you want. Or you can put a little dangle hanging from here. Let's just try that real quick. Just so that I'm not telling you something that won't work, maybe. Let's see, what color? Let's just do one of the bronze looking ones. And then we shall, I think I'm going to grab one of these darker keys here. Grab my Tim Holtz shears. We just sold our last pair of the shears today, so we've got more ordered. Those things are wonderful. You can cut metal with them, whatever you want, and they still keep going. There we go. So then you've got a little charm dangling on that, like that. So let's put it back on the page. Then you can see it a little bit better. There you go. See, you've got your little charm dangling down there. Of course, you can doll it up more than that if you want to. You could put little beads on here and all that kind of stuff. But that's the way mine's going to be right there. Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you give these a try. They're a lot of fun. They're not hard to do at all, and they look wonderful in your journals. Everybody is going to be going, oh my goodness, how did you do that? But I will put, and let me look up her name real quick. Her name is Hanny Trump, I think is the way you pronounce her last name. But she is the, like I said, I saw hers over a year ago. She's the first one that I saw do these. But I know a lot of other people have done them recently. So, but I will link her channel below. And we will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.